So this is the pinch point on the A47 as it goes over the old Ivanhoe railway line, which is going to reopen, so we can really do with a dedicated cycle walking path across that narrow gap. This is the start of the pop-up cycle lane back into town. We're going down there in a minute. Just over here is the fantastic Leicester Western Park Free Riders, BMX bumps and so on. And there is a cycle path through the park which is safer, I would say, than crossing here. So here's the road into town. You're supposed to be on the pavement on the other side if you're coming up. Building up a bit of speed. This is for a virtual safari for GB Cycling Embassy. Here's the gates to Western Park, where you would pop out if you'd gone on the bike path through the park. Nice gaps. Road surface is an old bus lane, so it's quite bumpy into the chicanes, as it were. And tonight it looks like most of the cones are still standing. Big shout out to Gav Carter, 90, who leads the team, putting them back up or knocking them back into place, and has put in 11 miles of walking and cycle paths in the last 10 weeks while we've lived through lockdown Leicester. Just got to change gear. Better. So you're not protected across the junctions. You have to hope that people are keeping an eye out. Lots of people get knocked over here when this was just bikes and so on. And not everybody uses the bike lanes on the bike. I think that goes with the Deliveroo territory, actually. That's one of the most dangerous bits of the road on the other side. Very narrow here. So the solution was to move cyclists onto the other pavement, make that shared use. I think I suggested that at one point. Actually, I use this particular lane as a contraflow so that I know where I can see what's going. I know I have to watch out for cars turning, and this is going to get a bit exciting here because you can see there's cars turning across the bike lane, and if they haven't seen me, I'm in trouble here. That one's turning, I'm accelerating, I've got lights on my wheels so they should notice me, and I made it. He did turn. So it is a bit scary, it's a bus stop, a bit uneven, and then they moved the parking out onto the road and gave us the lay-by for the cycle lane. And tonight it looks like all the track is, hello, cheers, open. There's a tendency for these cars to, and they've done it again, push all the hippos in. This was originally flat to the road. It's not. Cars aren't very good at parking parallel, it seems. They're like chevrons. This is an old bit of protected cycleway. No paint and so on. And then we're back onto the bus lane. Heading over the brow of the hill and into town. For the historians amongst you, along this route came Richard III, both after the Battle of Bosworth, where he bashed his brains out on a bridge, which I might show you if I remember, and then when he was dug up in a car park, they took him back to the battlefield and brought him back down this road to be reinterred in the cathedral. Sorry, York. We've got him. So first time I rode this lane, Every single one of these cones have been knocked over. They seem to be standing up quite well. This is the Foss Road junction, and I've caught up with the Deliveroo guy, just on freewheel. Or is that another one? So again, these cars can turn right here. I might move up a bit. You alright, mate? I'll turn. This is the 30-mile-an-hour speed camera down here. My regular trial is to try and make it go off when I go by. However, we've got to do a chicane, which is what he's avoiding through the lights. We've got to go into this parking bay now, which is sometimes tricky. However, nice and clear, and down to the bottom. And they brought those lanes out to deal with this left hook. And here we are down at the River Soar. Better change gear again. Oh no, got the lights. There's another left turn here. He's gone. Here comes the bus. I've nicked his lane. Thank you, Leicester City. There's a new secondary school starting here, so safe route in for the kids will be brilliant in September if we ever get out of lockdown. And then this is where Richard knocked his head out as he came past on his way into town after the Battle of Bosworth. Will we be let out of lockdown on the 23rd of August, I wonder? One of Leicester's signs they use to tell us how fast we can get into town on the bike. Go and do what all cyclists do, go through a red light. We're in a bike lane after all. And round this hill, and the lane takes us out onto there, but I'm going to be brave. This is the Holy Inn roundabout. Tricky bit this. Oh dear. Trouble for the Deliveroo. And here's the shared space. You alright, mate?
Fine.
Good. Left hook. This used to be a car park. I called it Jubilee Square when it opened up originally, but it's quite a neat space. A few too many levels if you've had a few drinks. And the pubs aren't open, so it's all right. And that gets us to the hot top of the high street and another cyclist. And that's 9.5 minutes. So we'll start rolling around the old high street. This used to be full of buses, mostly idling, and diesel engines filling up the space with foul smelling smoke. I speak as an ex-London bus conductor, but it was pretty smoky down here. Huge shopping centre, the High Cross. There's the lanes, independent shops, and the cyclists. And this is the Deliveroo hangout while they await their next collection. Going to stop there and start again.